Okay, let's do this.
Thor, Love and Thunder.
Hi.
Oh! Yes, this is for you, my costume.
Appreciate it. You look amazing.
Hey, you look cool.
Yeah, seriously? Unbelievable! Oh, cheers!
Cheers.
Thanks. Cheers! I wanna go your home!
Okay, come. Okay, we'll get over it.
Oh, give it up for Tessa
See you next time.
Thank you for having me.
The late early afternoon lunch MMTG show. Welcome to MMTG show. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the late early afternoon tonight show. 오늘의 게스트는 바로 소미 씨입니다. Give it up for Sia. Give it up for Cumberbatch and Olsen.
Thank you, JJ. Well done.
Thanks,
well done.
JJ. Thanks for keeping it
Thank you,
fun.
Korea.
During the interview for the Marvel fans in Korea, I'll be switching back and forth between Korean and English. 여러분, MMTG 쇼에 어서 오십시오. 오늘 저희 MMTG 쇼는요, 정말 글로벌한 스타 두 분을 모실 예정인데요. 혹시 제 복장을 보면 짐작 가시는 분들이 계신가요? 토르, 이번에 네 번째 시리즈죠. Thor, Love and Thunder. TH 발음 조심해 주세요. 바로 Mighty Thor and Valkyrie. 바로 Mighty Thor and Valkyrie. 우리 나탈리 포트만과 테사 톰슨을 저희가 모시게 되었는데요.
Hold on.
Wait, what?
Jane? As the one and only Thor. Oh, spoke too soon.
Friend! Yes! Valkyrie.
We get to fight again.
You ever feel lost? Just look into the eyes of the people that you love.
Sensing feelings?
So this is my vow. All gods will die.
자, 이것을 저희가 국내 최초로 공개되는 시사 영상까지 보고 왔습니다. 여러분들 기대되지 않으시니까 지금 그 현장 보고 오시죠. 이곳이 바로 그 D사인 건가? 저는 지금 토르를 보러 왔습니다. 영화인 제재에게 이 정도는 아무것도 아닙니다. 자, 따라 들어와 주세요. 여러분, 이게 기밀 유지 서약이거든요. 어디 가서 함부로 이 내용을 나불대지 않겠다라는 그런 하나의 약속이라고 볼 수 있습니다. Thor, Love and Thunder. TH 발음 조심해 주시고요. 자, 그러면 저 영화인 제재가 토르를 한국인 최초로 보러 들어갑니다. 과연 어떤 재미난 요소가 들어갔을지 확인해보고 오겠습니다. 야, D사 내부에 이런 데가 다 있네. 어머. 잠깐만요. 대회비 서약 제가 쓴 거 못 보셨나요? This is top secret. 여러분, 미쳤어요. 토르 전편을 세 개를 안 보셨더라도 너무 친절하게 이게 좀 스토리 앞부분 설명을 계속 해주고 있어가지고 바로 처음 보는 분들도 이해가 가능하고요. 저희가 지금 이제 나탈리 포트만 그리고 테사 톰슨의 인터뷰를 하러 갈 텐데요. 율리, 그럼 인터뷰하러 가자. 야!
Let's bring the rainbow.
Yep. Jump the gun.
명리, good girl, good boy, yeah. 여러분들, 바로 그제 개봉한 따끈따끈한 영화 보고 오신 분들 있으신가요? 어떻게 저의 코멘트가 조금 공감이 가셨는지. 그렇다면 이분들과의 만남이 더더욱 기다려지시겠는데요. 자, 여러분들, 그러면 지체할 시간이 없습니다. 바로 나탈리 포트만과 테사 톰슨을 만나보시죠. 지금 바로 인터뷰 준비하러 가볼게요. Were there any particular? Were there any particular? 이거 모니터, 민키야. 이거 모니터 살짝 이렇게 할 수 있나? 녹화 이렇게, 좀 이렇게 잘 안 보여서. 좀 이렇게 잘 안 보여서. 좀 이렇게 잘 안 보여서.
Hey there, we're rolling with Natalie. If you guys want to join us.
Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, are we starting now?
Yes, we are starting now.
What?
Yes, we are starting now.
Yeah, what? What?
Oh, we're starting.
We're starting?
20 minutes later. Okay.
Okay, hello. Okay, hello. Hi. Hi, Natalie. Wow. I don't know, it started. Thank you for joining us today. I'm the host, JJ, from MMTG. Oh, hey. This is Mighty Thor. Can you see?
Yeah, you look great. Thank you.
Yes, this is for you, my costume.
Thank you. I super appreciate it. You look amazing.
And Mjolnir.
Yeah, big muscles. Very impressive.
Yeah, it's not heavy though. Yeah. Then, we have no time. Let's start immediately. Okay, let's go. Here comes the first question. Yeah. 토르 라그나로크의 감독님이기도 했던 타이카 와이티티 감독이 이렇게 말씀을 하셨더라고요. 이전에 나왔던 1, 2 시리즈의 제인 포스터처럼은 뭔가 묘사를 하고 싶지 않다. 정확히 이렇게 말씀하셨는데요. You don't want Natalie coming back and playing the same character who walking around with science equipment. You know, while Thor flying around, she's left on Earth, tapping her foot going, when it's gonna be back, that's boring. You want her to be part of the adventure. 그렇다면 이번에 이 마이티 토르라는 역할을 얘기함에 있어서, 또 회의함에 있어서 좀 중요하게 얘기했던 것들이 어떤 것이었는지 말씀해 주실 수 있을까요?
Yes, Taika was incredible to come to me and have this idea to go with the comic books of Jane becoming Mighty Thor. So I think that was really exciting to think about her getting to be part of the action, of course, getting to be a superhero. And then also I think working with Taika in general was really exciting to me because he has such a different approach to making anything. Like he's so improvisational. He's trying to be creative all the time in everything he does. And it's really inspiring to be around.
So, as you said, after this photo was revealed, did you see this?
Yes.
Photo? Many fans were stunned at your great, amazing physique. Yes, amazing, more muscles. So, do you think you can win an arm wrestling match against Valkyrie?
Definitely not. Valkyrie, I think, is the most powerful of anybody. And yeah, she's got very impressive arms.
Oh, wow. Definitely no. I heard that for the role, you began working with a personal trainer 4 months before shooting.
Yeah, it was really incredible to be tasked with getting as big as possible and as strong as possible. I feel like, you know, women, when we're asked to change our bodies, are usually asked to get as small as possible. So it was a great thing as a challenge, both mentally and physically, to think of myself as taking up as much space as I could. And I worked with a great trainer, Naomi Pendergast, in Sydney for several months. And yeah, she worked with me a lot on, of course, building muscle, but also balancing out my body. So it did make me completely move differently. It was really incredible.
Oh, so amazing muscles. I would like to build like you, muscles. 모두가 지금 토르와 헤어진 이유에 대해서 궁금해하는데요. 처음에 이 헤어진 이유에 대해서 들으셨을 때 어떤 생각을 하셨는지 좀 궁금합니다.
Well, I think that you know, their lives are not necessarily compatible. You know, she has this very grounded Earth life as a scientist, and he's flying around to different planets to, you know, save the universe. So it's not the easiest way to have a relationship, for sure.
Yes, because of long distance, it's hard to see.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes. Next is our signature segment named Imagine What If.
Okay.
Okay, I'll give you a specific situation, and please respond to my hypothetical question as yourself, Natalie Portman, and as your character in the movie Mighty Thor or Jane Foster. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Yes, here comes the first situation. You bumped into your ex, you greet him and says, what has been 3 or 4 years? And your ex responds like this, 8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, give or take.
8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, give or take.
And shows you a countdown app on his phone. And in this situation, how would Jane Foster respond?
I feel like that's a spoiler. But
Then how Natalie would respond?
I'd probably be like, that's why I broke up with you. That's why I broke up with you.
Wow, so cool girl! Oh, my role model! And next situation is Thor and Mighty Thor both called Mjolnir. But Mjolnir is hesitant to choose where to go in front of a hand. Like this. In this situation, what would Mighty Thor respond?
I think Mighty Thor would take it. I think Mighty Thor would take it.
Immediately, you want to take it?
Yeah.
How would Natalie respond?
Also take it? Also take it? I guess.
Greedy! and we have only 1 minute, so do you have any last words in your fans in Korea?
I would love to come visit Korea. I've never been, and I dream about coming.
Wow!
Get to come one day soon, and I also hope all the fans there really love seeing Thor: Love and Thunder.
Oh, you have never been in Korea?
Never.
Wow! Then I'll be your guide.
Please,
When you come Korea, please invite us.
I'd love to.
I hope we can meet in person in next time.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for joining us today. It's time. Okay, and give it up for Natalie Portman. Thank you for joining us today. See you next time.
See you soon.
I'll be your guide. 지금 저희가 약 15분 정도 남은 시간이어서 이제 뭐 이제 맞춰보고 이제 우리 통역사분이랑 합을 맞춰보고 이제 뭐 코스튬도 심지어 안 했어요. 그때 갑자기 시작이라는 거예요. 저희 나탈리 포트만 씨가 있길래 갑자기 시작을 해서 좀 많이 당황을 했습니다. 그래서 처음에 많이 목소리가 염소 목소리가 나왔는데 그래도 뭐 준비한 게 어디 갑니까? 잠깐만 그 순간 지금 테사 톰슨의 인터뷰가 준비됐다는데요. 다 같이 테사 톰슨 만나보시죠. 야 이걸 어떻게 다 해 지금? 잠깐만. Hello, I'm JJ. Yeah, thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. Just that she'll probably lose in arm wrestling match against you. 이게 뭐야? 이거 드래그 헤어 맞아? 선생님 이거 그 레게 헤어처럼 따는 거 드래그 헤어라고 하는 거 맞아요? dreadlocks예요.
락이 이렇게 딴 데를
dreadlocks hairstyle. 그러니까 헤메 스타일리스트 4명 붙은 연예인 같죠? 4명 붙은 연예인 같죠? I would like to build muscles like you. I would love to build muscles like you. Natalie Mansion. Jeg ser musse. 욕심쟁이는 뭐라고 했어요? 그러게요. 욕심쟁이. 와우! greedy!
잘하셨어요. So greedy. 아니면 you want it all.
you want it all. 그게 알고 나면은 그렇게 어려운 단어들이 아닌데 생각이 안 나서 그죠? You want it all.
근데 생각이 딱 그 단어가 생각이 안 나면 다르게 표현할 수 있으니까 마음의 여유를 좀 가지시면.
네. 선생님 제가 지금 여유를 갖게 생겼냐고요. 선생님 제가 지금 여유를 갖게 생겼냐고요. 테사 톰슨이라고 했죠. 톰슨이에요 그냥? TH던데.
네,
그냥 톰이에요. 테사 톰슨이라고 해야 돼요? 톰슨이 아니라요? 탐슨이에요. 지금부터 정식으로 첫 번째 질문 드리겠습니다. 그래서 정식으로 물어봐야 돼요.
First off, 그냥 그렇게 하시면 될 것 같아요.
First off,
First off.
first stuff. First off, what kind of kingdom is New Asgard that she has imagined? Tessa, where are you? 첫 번째 질문, women fighting이랑 first appearance랑 할 수 있을까? 다 못할 것 같지 않아? Hi, Tessa! Hi, Tessa!
Oh, that's cool. Cool.
Yeah, this is for you, dreadlock hairstyle.
I like your outfit. You look cool.
Cool? Am I cool?
You look super cool.
Okay, thank you. Okay, hi Tessa. I'm the host Jeje. I'm the host Jeje from MMTG show.
Hi.
Oh, just before this interview,
Uh-huh.
not only mentioned that she'll probably win in arm wrestling match against you after she watched this photo. So, do you think you can win an arm wrestling match against Valkyrie?
Definitely not. Valkyrie, I think, is the most powerful of anybody.
That she would win against me?
I know, lose.
Oh yeah, she would definitely. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, why? Why?
I don't, cause she's newer at this thing. She's great at it and she's mighty, but Valkyrie has been like a career soldier for thousands of years.
Wow, definitely, I agree with you. That's cool. And we have no time. Here comes next question.
Okay.
Valkyrie appears as the king of New Asgard this time.
Yes.
And what kind of kingdom is New Asgard that she has imagined?
It's New Asgard. Asgard has always been it's not a place, it's its people. And so the remaining, citizens of Asgard have the same fighting spirit as Asgardians always did, but now we find ourselves on Earth. And we've also become this tourist destination, which is new for us because typically, when we were up in the cosmos somewhere, no one could come and see us unless they found their way, through a portal of some kind. So we have a lot more attention on us as Asgardians, which is new for us. And Valkyrie loves being king. She loves her people, but she's just navigating this new world of different kind of responsibility. Usually she does her work with a sword or a dagger, and now she's having to do it, with some paperwork and a pen, and that's new for her.
Yes, a lot of duty as the king.
Yeah, a lot of duties, a lot of guarding of Guardian.
Yeah, and were there any particular fashion choices you made to emphasize the Valkyrie's new role as king?
Yeah, so Mayas Rubio, who is the brilliant costume designer, she also did for Ragnarok. We were really inspired by the idea of Valkyrie looking sort of like Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo would wear these amazing three-piece suits, and I love Frida Kahlo as an artist, but also just her ideas about gender and how fluid she was and her gender expression, I think is so super cool. So
cool.
I love that. And then also her earthly clothes. She loves musical theater. And so we got to see her, wearing a sweatshirt of one of her favorite musicals, which I love.
That's because why I had dreadlock hairstyle.
Oh, you do? I didn't. Oh, you do? I didn't. Yeah, I can't tell. That's so. You have braids there?
Yeah, it's a little bit fake. Sorry. 이게 뭐야? Dreadlocks hairstyle. 헤메 스타일리스트 4명 붙은 연예인 같죠? Fake. Sorry.
Well, that's okay, girl. Sometimes my hair is fake too.
Wow.
Listen, if you bought it, it's yours, okay?
Yeah, you make a joke for me.
I do make a joke for you.
Yeah, thank you. And the next question is, in the interview about the behind the scene of Ragnarok, you said like this: we wanted to find a style that feels different than the way that you see most women fighting in film in general.
Yeah.
And I heard that you were inspired by Sarah Connor in Terminator 2 when you were filming Ragnarok.
I was super inspired.
I'm curious of how you built your style, quite unlike the general women fighting in film in this time.
Yeah, we had conversations around what Valkyrie's fighting style, that she's sometimes there in kung fu movies. There's a bit of like humor and to the fighting style too, that it has a sense of pace and it's kind of snappy. And so looking for moments to have that too.
You are not like the other gods of kill.
You know, really like low to the ground, that there's something about her style that's sort of rough and tumble. And what would a superhero look like if they look less like a superhero fighting and more like someone that had gotten into a bar fight? They're female superheroes. Their style of fighting is actually can be quite sexy, and we love the idea that maybe Val that it was a little messier, a little dirtier, and sometimes a little goofy.
Wow.
And also that she might be the kind of person that while she's fighting, she might smile because she enjoys it so much.
Wow.
There's a certain amount of like swagger that she brings to her fighting style. So I was very inspired by that.
Wow, that's cool. Yes, you're my role model. Yes, you're my role model. Yeah. And next is our signature segment named Imagine What If.
Okay.
I'll give you a specific situation, and please respond my hypothetical question as yourself, Tessa, and as your character in the movie, Valkyrie.
Okay, let's do this.
And here comes the first situation. 뭘 먼저 물어보지? 자, 첫 번째 상황인데요. 아스가르드 우리 행정 업무로 정말 눈코 뜰 새 없이 바쁜 발키리인데요. 그때 우리 코르그 친구가 고민이 있다면서 상담 요청을 합니다. 같이 술 마시러 한번 나와라 라고 전화를 한 상황에 발키리라면 어떻게 할까요? 반면에 테사 톰슨이라면 어떻게 할까요?
Oh, I think Valkyrie would go. Valkyrie would go. A, because she's gonna get Meek to do some of that work because she's tired, and you got to show up for friends. And I think Tessa, oof, that's tough. I'd be like, can you come over? I'll counsel you through your problems, and can you help me with the work?
Wow.
You know, teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah.
Wow, how clever you are. Yeah. And then one more situation.
Okay.
내가 마시려고 아껴둔 고가의 샴페인을 친구가 몰래 와서 내 허락도 없이 먹어버린 상황입니다. 이때 발키리라면 어떻게 반응을 할까요? 반면 테사 톰슨이라면 어떻게 반응을 할까요?
You know, I think, I think she would just open another bottle. You know.
Wow! Wow, rich girl, rich king.
YOLO, maybe she just open another bottle and say, here we go, cheers.
Oh!
And then me, Tessa, how I would respond, I would be happy too. Mi casa is tu casa. If you're coming to my place, you're welcome to drink my expensive champagne. And also, why are you saving it? What are you saving it for? Tomorrow's not promised. Drink it.
Wow, I want to go your house to drink your champagne. Drink your champagne.
Okay, God, Gabriel, get over here. Gabriel, get over here.
When will you invite me?
But you're invited. Get over here. Where are you right now? How long is it going to take you?
Wow! Right now? Wow! Right now? But it's no time. But it's no time. We have just 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah, it's time's up. Thank you for joining us today. And do you have any last words for Korean fans? And how's the deal? Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'll listen to you till this is empty. Till this is empty. Listen to you till this is empty.
Till this is empty.
Hey! Come on!
Hi, Korea. I really love you all, and I hope that I can come and visit sometime and drink some things with you and eat some food and be merry and eat some food and be merry and I love you very much and I love you very much.
Yeah, puncture girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers.
I want to go your home. Invite me someday. Cheers. Cheers. Yes. Thank you. Give it up for Tessa Thompson. Give it up for Tessa Thompson. Woo! See you next time in person. Bye.
See you next time. See you next time.
선생님 정말 힘들어요. 지금 벌써 4명의 글로벌 스타를 저희가 만나 배웠는데요. 이 정도의 뭐 시간 조절, 시간 분배, 껌이라고 할 수 있죠? Cheers! 여러분 잘 보셨나요? 우리 나탈리 포트만과 테사 톰슨의 인터뷰였습니다. 벌써 글로벌 스타가 4번째인데요. 완다 막시멈.
Love. K-pop-tastic.
세계로 뻗어나가는 MMTG 쇼 과연 어디까지 갈 것인가 지켜봐 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 이번엔 비록 화상 인터뷰였지만 다음에는 저희가 나탈리 포트만의 한국 가이드를 맡고요. 그리고 우리 테사 톰슨과 샴페인 파티를 한번 벌여보도록 하겠습니다. 내한 플리즈. 여러분 저희가 시간만 허락됐다면 나탈리 포트만을 위해서 이 영상을 헌정해드리고 싶었는데요. 나탈리 포트만의 레전드 명품 광고가 있습니다. 2.5억 뷰가 되는 바로 그 영상 제가 정말 소름 끼치게 똑같이 찍고 왔거든요. 진짜 이걸 못 보신 우리 나탈리 포트만 어떡하나.
Please.
그러니까 아쉬우니까 우리끼리라도 한번 보고 올까요? 와우!
I love you.
MG? What did you do for love? MG? What did you do for love? Miss Dior, the new eau de parfum.
저거 저희가 30분 만에 한강에서 찍고 온 건데요. 이거를 못 보셔서 어떡해. 다음에 저희가 11분 인터뷰 받으면 그때 보여드리겠습니다. 정말 희귀한, 정말 천재다. 아유.